aural polyp. Now it may just be a fibroepithelial polyp, it possibly be a keloid, but it looks a bit too rough. It's not moist and damp, so it's not discharging. But with any form of skin type like that or aural polyps, they do need to be investigated further just to ensure they're not malignant anyway. So we have referred this patient onwards. They do report that being quite itchy, that area, and it's just on the underside of the tragus cartilage, so it's right at the entrance. So bit of a backstory, this patient just suffered from chronic wax infection. They travelled a distance to visit myself actually yesterday, and their previous experience they had elsewhere was extremely uncomfortable to the point where the patient had to ask the specialist to stop the procedure. So we had to bear that in mind. I turned down the brightness slightly because of that skin type. I just didn't want it to, or that aural polyp at the entrance. When you enter, you can get a lot of reflections. I just turned it down a bit, but it's just enough to still be able to clearly see the wax that are moving. And this entire ear canal is blocked from the entrance all the way to the eardrum. They have got a very narrow, bendy ear canal. I decided to use the 4.25 mm specular, but could have quite easily used the smaller ones, but I was able to dilate the ear canal with this. It wasn't too big, so it just gave me a bit more of a better visual. And you can see that last plug is extremely dark. Now here you'll get a perspective of how narrow and bendy the patient's ear canal is. I'm just going to stretch the ear now, I'm just brightening it so I just get a better view of the eardrum, but the anterior canal wall, you can see it on the screen at 9 o'clock. That's a protruding of bone part of the ear canal and the anterior canal wall, and it makes the ear canal very, very bendy. You can still see the whole eardrum. Now, this is the patient's right ear, so I'll just see if I can adjust the focus, the brightness a little bit more here. And just adjusting the focus. There's no polyp here on this side. Now, this ear was quite a tricky case. I'll say for a couple of reasons. First of all, the patient's ear canal once more was very bendy and twisty. But this is their worst ear, and they've been used a lot of oil drops prior to attending, and they already have soft wax. There's a lot of keratin, a lot of dead skin involved here, which gave it a very mushy consistency. So on this side, I've removed the majority of the wax, but there was some left in the anterior recess, and that's where again, the endoscope, you can't compete with an endoscope in terms of removing wax from the anterior recess. I was watching a video yesterday of a prominent ENT surgeon who performs really complex middle ear surgery, and there was an interesting one that came up yesterday on the feed. And they specialise in stapedectomy, so if you have a condition called otosclerosis, and that's when the stirrup bone, the last bone, the stapes bone, becomes fused with the oval window, which is the gateway to the organ of hearing. So the stapes bone connects with the organ of hearing via this oval window, and you get sometimes a spongy bony growth developing there, which fixates the stapes bone. So the surgeon has to remove that fixed stapes bone and replace it with a titanium prosthesis. And they had a case where it was a very narrow ear canal, and they spent about 20 minutes just chiseling the external part of the ear canal. So they use a microscope. It's a very high quality microscope, and you can compare the WAXscope similarly in terms of optics to a microscope. So most people in the UK still don't use an endoscope, and that's for many different reasons, but probably one of the biggest reasons is it is quite a difficult skill to acquire, because unlike with the WAXscope or the microscope and the head loop, there's no speculi involved. You're having to stretch and dilate the ear canal using the side of the endoscope. So there's a lot of bilateral integration. You're using coordination between both hands. So a lot of people really struggle to get the grip and keep the hand stabilised. So yeah, the ENT surgeon, to get access into the middle ear, they have to chisel away a tremendous amount of bone. And that's because the bone is not flexible. If you've got a bendy, twisty ear canal, it's a bit difficult, because what do? With the cartilage portion where we are now, the outer third, when I'm in terms of the specular only should fit up to the junction between the bone and cartilage, so about 1/3 into the ear canal. If it goes any further into the ear, it's going to make contact with the bony part of the ear canal, and it can sometimes be a bit uncomfortable for the patient. Now, if the patient's asleep and you're doing surgery, of course you can push it a little lot further because they're not going to feel it. But when a patient is awake, like in this case, the speculum shouldn't really protrude beyond the cartilage portion of the ear canal. It should just reside on the cartilage portion, shouldn't really make contact with the bony part. So I've just zoomed in here. This is right on the eardrum now. This is the inferior recess. There's a little trench this patient's got. And here's the anterior recess. So I've got a good view actually. That little kind of shadowing effect, that's just a few hairs at the entrance. So I do manage to get a bit more out with the WAXscope, but in the end I just had to resort to the endoscope. So when you use a speculum, you can stretch and straighten the cartilage portion of the ear canal because that's malleable, it's flexible. You can't do that with the bony part, so hence why for me the endoscope still is number one. But in cases like this, with the wax, you can see remove the majority of the wax. The patient was able to hear very well at this stage even, but I wanted to get this out. I have a feeling this has been there for a long time because, as I mentioned earlier, they previously underwent a procedure and had to abandon it because it was very painful for them. So I've zoomed in here, going to just be careful of that anterior canal wall to the right. So that bone to the right is what the surgeon in the video that I watched the other day chiseled away. So they lifted the skin, so you elevate the skin to expose the bone, and they used a combination of a diamond ended drill bit and also a bone correct where you chisel the bone away with a stainless steel correct, and that just straightens that portion of the ear canal. So here we are with the endoscope, the iCLEARscope, and you can see this is the beauty of the endoscope. This is the wide field of view, and we can position the endoscope on the back part of the ear canal to the left and then rotate it towards the anterior recess, and you can see we've got a full visual here. So it just goes, there's a lot of olive oil because it's really stuck, it's sticky. Now I probably would have managed to get it out with the WAXscope, but of course I just felt at this stage it'd be better just to revert to the iCLEARscope just to get better optics. So it's still a bit tricky. Come back into the anterior recess, so we're going to, because I've curled the end of the fine end as well, just to make sure that you avoid contact with the bone. You don't want to be touching that bone, it would be very uncomfortable for the patient. And I suspect probably that's what's happened to the patient in the past, especially as we saw making contact with side walls. Just freed it out from there, so again it was quite a struggle, but we managed. Those are those hairs at the entrance. You can see the lens a bit. There's also a few matted hairs here. It can sometimes suggest the wax has been pushed in, but also they can become loose and confined to these sometimes. So again, you can see how bendy that ear is, just straightening it out. You can see the whole ear from there. And that's the debris from both sides. So I really hope you enjoyed that video, guys, and if you are interested in the WAXscope, please do